Welcome everybody to MaxspeedTV Saturday Night OP Unlimited Truck Series presented by Buttkicker. Again, Stephen Lane up here in the booth. Joshua is at home recovering, and went and seen him today. He's doing really well. So has some computer issues, still having some issues here, folks, but we are going to try to get it fixed and squared away. But we are at Daytona, 08 Daytona Bumpy Road, Daytona, whatever you want to call it. Looks like we got us a pretty good field out here tonight for Saturday night, so we're going to go ahead and step aside as we start blinking out again. That's the problem I was having earlier. But we're going to go ahead and step aside, play the national anthem provided by our friends at Madison Rising. Hopefully we can get everything fixed and squared away. But anyways, we will be right back in just a few minutes.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran fast, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, Satan's that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land, another praise.
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxspeedTV.
We are back, folks, and again, we are at 08 Daytona, Bumpy Road Daytona, as practice is winding down with about a minute left. We're going to go ahead and jump into our pre-race analytics and our point standings. So we're going to go ahead and jump into our point standings. We'll get those pulled up here. Rick Siebrands, Anthony English, Peter Deborja, Logan York, James Maier, Andrew Shroeder, and Vicente Gurrero, all with wins on the season. Looks like they do have enough starts as well to get into the round of 16. Stephen Miles is right there, Mark Mann as well, and that would be Gabe Butler rounding out our top 10 at the moment. Going over to the other side in 11th, Andrew Zonto, Nicholas Wing, Bubba Winningham, Rick Sanchez, Casey Pfeiffer making that list as well, and Dustin Logston is at that cutoff line. Dana Shepard right on the outside of that cutoff line, along with Adam Kilday. That would be Mr. Luttrell. I don't know if he is here tonight. Hadn't seen him. I believe that is Stephen Luttrell and Kevin Freeze outside of the bubbles. You see somebody going flying through pit road. But we are in race 11 of the regular season. We'll have one more race after tonight to get to the round of 16. So points and wins are important at this time in the season. So hopefully these guys will get out here. Will we see a repeat winner, or will we have a new winner for this week? We'll find out as these guys are getting ready to start qualifying. Alex Greene. Let me get over here to my ATVO. Alex Greene currently coming out on track. Anthony English as well. John Guerrera. Vicente Gurrero at pit road. Peter Deborja out on the track. Douglas Johnson out on the track as well. There's Bubba Winningham, James Maier, Dave Hunt out there. Greg Martin, new driver tonight, coming out on track in the 961 machine. Robert Thorns out there. Dana Shepard coming off of pit road. And Gary Bergeron is out on the track as well. Time to start rolling in here pretty quick, but we're going to go ahead and get to the pre-race analytics. Wind at 13 miles an hour, air temp at 83, track temp 125, so it's going to be a little bit slick. 100 miles, 250 miles total, 100 laps, I should say. Unlimited tires, I believe we're at 43% fuel. Pit speed at, I believe it's 55, 75 pace speed, being at Daytona. So it's going to be just a little bit slippery out there, but we'll see. Do pretty good. We're going to go ahead and get our qualifying bar up as times will start rolling in here shortly. Anthony English probably laying down. They only get one qualifying lap, so they get 2 laps. One's a warm-up lap, and the other one's a qualified lap. So we'll see time start rolling in. Peter Deborja right now, his qualifying lap at a 51.497. Bubba Winningham in second right now with a 51. Well, just got knocked out a second. Dave Hunt laying down a 51.481. But of course, Anthony English coming out with a 51.449. We'll see if that holds up as we're winding down here, folks. Appreciate everybody showing up. Brandon Kennedy out there in chat, Ginger Parent. Christian Tinkler out there as well. Thank you guys. A foot of snow tonight in Vermont. Oof. Yeah, I don't want to deal with any of that. I think we're only supposed to get like maybe 2 to 3 inches over the next few days. But tonight I think is just more flurries and a dusting. Jeff Crosby Jr. jumping into that first place spot right now and qualifying with a 51.419. Just edged out Richard Kuhn by about 0.03 of a second. Anthony English currently sitting third. Adam Kilday fourth. Thomas Lockwood fifth. Gary Bergeron sixth. Dave Hunt seventh. John Guerrero jumping up there into that fifth place spot. And I think my ATVO just froze up. It's going to be one of those nights, folks, because I am not getting any of my cameras to work. There we go. Well, maybe not. So as we're down to about 50 seconds left of qualifying, I don't see anybody. Well, show Stephen Miles out on the track. He is on the edge of pit road. Don't think he's going to have enough time to get a qualifying time in. Vicente Gurrero is coming through. We'll see what kind of lap time he puts out here. So we're winding down 28 seconds left. He may not have enough time to get around. But he did. 51.410 by 0.09 of a second. Took that lead pole spot. So we'll talk to Vicente here in just a minute. So Vicente will he will win that pole position tonight. We'll go ahead and bring Vicente up to the broadcast booth. Vince, Steve up the booth. Got a copy there, buddy?
Yes, sir. I sure do.
Man, awesome job. You laid down a quick time. What's going to be your secret out there? What do you got to do to survive tonight?
I don't know, but I've had a couple nice cold Budweiser, so hopefully that loosened me up a little bit more.
Well, Joshua, is still not, he's home, but he's going to be out of broadcasting for a little bit. But I want to give an opportunity to you to see if you wanted to maybe give a shout out to him before you guys get out there and tear it up tonight.
Oh, for sure. I give a shout out to him, and hopefully we put on a good show for him to enjoy.
Well, I know he said he was going to try to, I went and seen him today. He said he was going to try to jump in the chat tonight, but so he could be watching here just a little bit. But, man, good luck. Keep it straight and stay out of trouble.
Thanks, man.
All right, buddy. We'll get you back down there in your room as soon as I find you here. Well, have a good race, bud.
Thanks.
All right, so Vicente Gurrero did get that lead spot. But we're going to go ahead and get our grid up here. Starting row one on the pole, Vicente Gurrero in that 14 machine. Jeff Crosby Jr. on the outside in second. Row two inside, Richard Kuhn in that 47 machine. Anthony English starting fourth in that 44 truck. Row three, Adam Kilday on the inside. Outside of him is 59 John Guerrero. Row four, starting seventh, Thomas Lockwood, and outside of him in eighth, Gary Bergeron. Row five, starting inside, Dave Hunt in the 53 machine. Dana Shepard, our top 10 driver tonight on qualifying, starting in that 10th spot in the 43 machine. Row six inside, Douglas Johnson in the 388. Peter Deborja starting 12th to his outside. Row seven, Alex Greene starting 13th. Bubba Winningham starting 14th. In the Chevy Land 66, Craig Martin in the 961 starting on the inside of row 8. Robert Thorne starting 16th. Row 9, James Maier on the inside in the 95 machine. Stephen Miles did not qualify, starting 18th in the 8 machine. Row 10 inside, Rick Siebrands in 19th. Outside of him in 20th, 27th. Outside of second 81 of Dustin Logston. Nicholas Wing in the 049 starting on row 12 inside in 23rd. 04 Mark Mann on the outside of him in 24th. Row 13 on the inside, Todd Dahlman in that 25th machine, or 25th spot, that 34th machine. Rick Sanchez in 26th to his outside. Row 14, Andrew Shroeder, the 48 machine in 27th on the inside, outside of him, 82 machine of Daniel Harrington. Row 15 starting on the inside, Limit Easton, 84 machine in 29th. Jeff Fogg, another newcomer here in 30th in the 914 ride. That's going to do it. Good field tonight. I was surprised to see this many again. Like I said, I hope that Joshua makes a speedy recovery, gets back up here in the booth. I know we all miss him and wish he was up here with me. But I got to take the reins, folks, and, you know, do what we got to do. Everett Baker out there in chat, just here for action and attitude. Glad to have you out there, Everett. We come up to the starting zone. Chevy lane, green flag will come out. Pace car will dive off down to the safety and pit road. Now the start is on green. Green flag, Chevy lane, green flag is out. Here we go, folks. Boogity, boogity, boogity. We are racing. Oh, wait. Good run. Vicente out front there. He's got company with Mr. Jeff Crosby Jr. and his outside right. He's trying to give Vicente a push. Got a kill day right there. Outside of the picture. Followed by Dr. 59. Oh, 33 is freaking out. That could cause bad traffic, so they will get that lap led. Jeff Crosby getting pushed out there by MTV. Kind of looking back at the field, we're side by side, pretty much through most of the field. About James Maier. Robert Warren's out there in the Oreo truck. Henry Santo right there behind Robert. James Maier's got help behind him with Sean Stevens. Derek Donna. Hey, you know, Derek, if you are at home or near your computer, you know, you could always join me up here in the broadcast. I'd be more than happy to have your help. Just saying, buddy. Get back up to the front. Intake did get back out there, get pushed back out there. Jeff Crosby ain't gonna give it to him. They are side by side. Trucks are louder than me. Well, let's just fix that problem. I wonder, did that make it any better? Let me know out there. Like I said, still trying to figure out all of the sound settings and everything, so thank you, Ginger. Yeah, we got some storms, some winter storms coming in as well. I know that our racing was giving me a little bit of blinky blinkies a while ago, so well, with these guys, Everett, you know, these guys run hard pretty much the whole race. What they got to worry about is the overheating. As you can see, Jeff Crosby kind of peeking out to the right there of Vicente Gurrero, trying to get air into that radiator Now, I was told right side, if they go to the right, it's radiator. If they go to the left, it's oil. So just got to kind of keep an eye on them as Vicente jumps back down to that low line. Now they do communicate and, let them know, hey, drop down, I'm getting hot. But we'll see what happens. We got some movement coming back here. Gary Bergeron, Dave Hunt battle for that 7th place spot, 8th place spot there. Gary Bergeron in 7th currently. Dave Hunt is dropping back a little bit. Dana Shepard, though, still hanging in there, gained a spot. He's got the 06 machine of Andrew Zanto right behind him. Oh, almost 3 wide. Dana Shepard got it in between Dave Hunt and Doug Johnson as we were talking about that. Bubba Winningham out there. Big shout out to Bubba. Chevyland. Got the MaxspeedTV logo on the back of his truck. I know a lot of these guys, are wishing nothing but the best for Joshua and want to see him get better and get back into the broadcast booth. Yeah, a little early to be trying to go 3 wide, especially at bumpy Daytona, because there's really no smooth spot here. Inside line, outside line, midline. There's, especially in the corners, 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4s. You kind of see those trucks jump there, especially on that outside. Looking at Bubba, his truck kind of jumping around. That's that midline bump there. Ooh, looking back up here, Thomas Lockwood and company. A little bit of battling going on up here as well. Ooh, that's loud. It all depends on the camera angles, folks. Hey, Jeremy out there in chat. Glad to have him out there. He is the brother of Josh. Yeah, I know it probably did Josh good to see us. I know, he needs all the support and that he can get. So, but definitely glad to see him and able to visit with him a little bit as we're looking here. Vicente Gurrero out there in the front, jumping back up in front of Jeff Crosby. But Adam Kilday and Richard Kuhn there on that inside, and Vicente is trying to make that truck 2 lanes wide. We are lap 9 as Vicente has led 6. Jeff Crosby 2. And Jeff Crosby is going to jump out there in front of Vicente and lead another lap as we are starting on lap 10. So really the Jeff Crosby Vicente Gurrero show at this point. Thomas Lockwood has got a black flag, but we have got a caution, folks. Let's take a look and see what happened. Oh, right there. That is Andrew Shroeder and the 34 machine. Who is the 34 machine? That's Ty Dahlman. We're going to get to... we're going to get to our chase cam here and see what was going on. Oh, Andrew checked up and got rear-ended. Looked like by Lynn McNeese. A big check up there. Not sure. Andrew went high to missing. Really nowhere for Lynn to go. Now, these trucks don't stop on a dime, folks, so... But Lynn's out there on the track. You guys are going to see a little bit of volume control here. Well, let's see if well, let's see if Lynn will talk to us. He may or he may not. Lynn, Steve, we've got a copy there, buddy.
I got you.
Hey, man, looked like you just had nowhere to go. Andrew checked up. It looked like he was trying to miss
that. A little quicker than I thought he would there.
It looked like he was trying to miss a slow truck and just almost stopped right in front of you.
Yeah, I'm glad you saw. I couldn't figure out what happened. I was like, damn, all of a sudden we're there.
Well, you know, bumpy Daytona is not the easiest track to run. I mean, it's pretty rough out there in any vehicle, but these trucks, you know, being a stiffer suspension, you know, not quite as stiff as the, say, the next-gen cars, but how's everything feeling to you?
Well, we're just riding around there right now. It's too early, and you know everybody's probably watched the Daytona races on TV today and seen how bad they were. So, was hoping not to pull on the same show.
Well, you know, it is what it is, but you know, just got to get out here to have some fun and try to stay clean. I know you in there trying to get some stuff fixed, but you know, Joshua did make it home. I went and seen him today, and he wanted me to let all you guys know that he appreciates all the love and support that you drivers have given him.
Well, that's good to know. I'm glad to hear he's getting home and feeling better. I hope he gets speedy recovery there.
Well, we're hoping so. Well, we're going to let you go, Lynn, and we'll get you back down to your room, and good luck for the rest of the race, bud.
Yeah, hopefully I won't be, but they won't hit the brakes so hard next time.
We'll see. All right, buddy. We'll see you later.
All right, thanks.
All right, so that got to talking to Lynn a little bit. You know, it's just super speedway racing. You know, anything can happen. You're absolutely right, Everett. Anything can happen. So, you know, as Joshua always says, these super speedway races are a crapshoot. You just never know what's going to happen or where you're going to be. It's just right place at the right time. So. And my buddy Derek Donna just sent me a friend request. Appreciate that, Derek. The right place at the wrong time. You know what? That's actually a better saying, Everett. I'm going to have to use that, buddy. But as we are rounding down, oh, everybody kind of jumping in there. I was going to send the, well, if you guys don't know, I call my wife the warden. It's just an inside joke. And we've been married 30 years, and on our 29th, I told her that most convicts don't have prison sentences this long. And she asked me if I wanted to sleep on the couch, and I said, no, warden. So it kind of just stuck, and well, I appreciate it. It's you know, I don't know what I would do without her, honestly. Well, that depends, Ginger. That depends on what kind of trouble you're trying to get into. Wow. About time to tie that knot officially, isn't it, Everett? Just saying. As we're winding down here, coming back to the trioval, pace car does dive down to the safety pit road. Coming to the restart zone, Chevrolet and green flag is out. Everybody on the loud pedal. Seemed like pretty good start throughout the field. Derek, I wouldn't mess with Ginger too much. You may not get no more holiday meals if you keep messing with her too much. Well, Derek, do you want to answer that, or are you going to plead the fifth there, buddy? Me and my wife dated for 4 months, and we ended up getting married. And here it's been 30 years. $84 years, what? My mouse has disappeared on me, folks. There we go. Trying to get some different 10 years. Woo. So we see Anthony English leading a couple of laps here as they're coming through the trioval. Crossing the start-finish line, that'll give him 3 laps led. He's getting pushed by Jeff Crosby Jr. Adam Kilday, and that is the 59 machine of John Gurrero on the outside. Yeah, long distance, we understand. Looky here, folks, we got the newcomer Craig Martin, that 961 machine, coming from 15th all the way up into that 6th place spot. A 47 Skittles machine there, Richard Kuhn on the inside. Andrew Zonto outside of him right now. Andrew trying to peek in that midline. Excuse me. Still trying to get rid of all this stuff that I had. I had the flu bug a week ago, and still have some residual in the chest, but not contagious. I made sure that I didn't want to be around Joshua if I had anything wrong with me, so. Strep with bronchitis. That ain't good. That ain't good at all. I'm looking back here. Dustin Logston looked like he was going to get around Dave Hunt, but he's actually kind of falling back a little bit as James Maier comes around him. The 82 machine there of Daniel Harrington. Haven't seen Daniel in a while. Glad to have him back out here on the track. Of course, Stephen Miles is right behind him. And then Bubba Winningham is right there. Rick Siebrands right there behind Bubba, just kind of hanging out. Nicholas Wing here. He's showing 21 on the truck, but he's actually the old 49 running in that 20th spot. And of course, what about other newcomers here? Jeff Fogg. Haven't got to talk to Jeff yet. Maybe we'll get one of the newcomers up here in the booth pretty soon. Let's back up to the front. John Gurrero trying to lead a lap, but Jeff Crosby has got a push from Anthony English. Going to try to fight him off from leading a lap. Of course, Adam Kilday to the outside there. Richard Kuhn trying to maybe push John up there, but coming to the tri-oval, it looks like Jeff Crosby will get another lap led. So that'll give him 8 laps led at this point. Really not a whole lot of movement. Unfortunately, Peter Deborja and Andrew Shroeder are back here in the back. And they are still on the lead lap, so they're kind of running back here by themselves. For some reason, it shows John Gurrero was out, but 30 drivers tonight, folks. Pretty good field for Saturday night. Again, glad everybody is out there. 14 people viewing right now. 8 likes. Can we get 10 likes tonight, folks? Got another one that just joined, 15. But can we get 10 likes tonight? Also, if you haven't subscribed to MaxspeedTV, be sure you subscribe. Hit that like button. Hit that bell button. Get notified every time we do go live. Rudy Cummins. Glad to have him out there. Now, if you don't know, Rudy is the original owner of MaxspeedTV. Big shout out to Rudy and Joshua for getting this started, giving us a chance to get out here on YouTube. Rudy, how you been doing, buddy? I know we've kind of bombarded you with some questions and stuff, but always nice to have that expertise out there so we can fall back on and some advice and opinions. We are coming up out through the tri-oval, I believe. I don't even know where we're at right now, folks. I was looking around at other things, but Jeff Crosby is still our leader, has led 10 laps. Now we're coming into the tri-oval. No, I didn't get a chance to yet, Jeremy. I will, though, buddy. After going and seeing Joshua and getting back home, I decided I was going to lay down and take me a little nap. Over we're going to kind of look back. They're single file. They've been out here 11 laps. So probably should start seeing some green flag pit stops here between laps 12 to 15. I know you are, bud. Getting back up here on the front, John Gurrero still actually led a lap. Got Adam Kilday right behind him. But Jeff Crosby down on that inside line with Anthony English, Richard Cohn, Dana Shepard working his way up to that 6th place spot. Started 10th. Of course, we got the 961 Craig Martin, one of our new drivers tonight. Kind of looking through the field here. Some good looking paint jobs out there on these trucks. Alex Greene, special shout out to Alex sponsoring tonight's race. I really appreciate Alex doing that. I think they're actually calling this the Get Well Joshua 2.0. You know, we're just trying to keep it going now. Don't know what's going to happen after the seasons are over, going into the next season, but we're going to do our best to keep it going and, you know, try to figure out what we're going to do. I think we got some feelers out there to help me cover Tuesdays and Thursdays. I know Dennis Ansman helped me out last Tuesday. I think we're going to give him the reins this Tuesday when we take the trucks to Iowa. But Mark Mann, look at Mark Mann coming around that outside, him and the 27 machine of Sean Stevens. I think they're trying to get up here to get to a gap to get down to that low side. Now, they do have a rule with OP that you have to pit from the low line. You cannot pit from the higher lines. You have to be down low to pit. I got to take a look here at Peter Deborja's truck. Now I got to, again, you guys are going to see some of the behind the scenes. I'm going to turn this volume down just a little bit so you guys can still hear me but hear the truck as well. Doing a little bit of throwback, MaxspeedTV throwback on Peter's truck. Got the JM, Joshua Medlock, get well soon. Peter said that he had to go through the archives to get that. As we see, we're going to get back out here, get on pit lane. Anthony English looks like he is coming down pit road, along with several other trucks. That's Jeff Crosby Jr., Vicente Gurrero. Yeah, it looks like Adam Kilday as well. Dana Shepard. Richard Kuhn. Look like Lynn McNeese there, Bubba Whittingham, all them guys coming back out. But folks, right now we've got one of our new drivers leading the lap as they are all coming down pit road as they are going to try to get it shut down. Ooh, Gary Bergeron, and then we got some issues. The 82 and the 53. That is Daniel Harrington having some problems there coming into pit road. We're going to go ahead and get a little bit of a rewind here. That was between him and looked like the 53 of Dave Hunt. Yep, right there. We're going to get a far chase real quick, as these guys are coming down to pit road. Looks like right here Dave gets a little bit sideways. Tries to straighten him up, but just too much into the side. Ooh, Doug Johnson locked her down, barely missed that. But we are back live. Don't look like a whole lot of damage was done, so, but we are still racing, folks. Yeah, he did. He said he had to go through the archives to get that paint scheme, but man, it looks awesome what he did. But Jeff Crosby Jr. back out front, Vicente Gurrero in second, Anthony English third, Richard Kuhn fourth. And yes, it's starting to give me that little chippiness again. Like I said, we do have some winter storms moving in. So that's going to be hitting me pretty soon if it ain't already snowing out there. Shouldn't have a whole lot of effect on me, but it is for some reason. I think we're having a little bit of issues with iRacing as these guys are coming around one of our new drivers' lap vehicle. Kind of stayed out of their way. Jeff Crosby is blinking out, but like I said, it could be mine too. But we're going to try to stay with them, folks, the best we can. If it gets too bad and I lose iRacing, then nope, no pit road caution. Anthony English currently in fifth, Lynn McNeese in sixth. And Stephen Miles is leading this next pack in 7th. And about 3 seconds behind, almost 4 seconds behind Lynn. Newcomer Craig Martin here in 8th. Gary Bergeron 9th. Dave Hunt 10th. Dustin Logston in 11th. James Maier 12th. Rick Sanchez there. Show Rick in 13th. Not used to Rick being in that orange and white car truck, but Andrew Zonto in 14th. And then back here, this third pack, Rick Siebrands here in 15th. The 30 of Robert Thorns in 16th. Andrew Schroeder in 17th. Ty Dahlman here in 18th. Alex Greene 19th. Mark Mann in 20th. Dana Shepherd's back here in 21st. Doug Johnson in 22nd as Thomas Lockwood is falling back, or kind of falls back in line. Yeah, that's just north of me, so. But Nicholas Wing here in 24th. Sean Stevens in 25th. Peter Deborja a lap down in 26th. John Guerrero is also in 27th. ATVO is acting crazy right now. But Peter Deborja is a lap down in 28th. Joseph Fogg in 29th, a lap down. And Bubba Winningham is currently 2 laps down in 30th. Still 30 drivers out here, folks. We are pushing that halfway point. Jeff Crosby Jr. still out front, but he still has Vicente right there as Anthony English kind of pokes out there. Was going to see if he had any help, but no help went with him, so he just kind of falls back into spot. I figured we would see some green flag check pit stops, and we sure have. 11 to 13 inches in the next 24 hours. Wow. Oh, 3 wide back here with Bubba John. And I'm trying to look to see who that other one was. Looks like the 914 of Joseph Fogg. Looking back here, this backpack, Nicholas Wing, Andrew Schroeder, and Sean Stevens, 3 trucks together. So they do have help, and that's what you need. As Vicente does, well, say that. Jeff Crosby Jr. still out front. Yeah, I need to do something here. Well, folks, I'm going to step away for a minute, but while I step away, we're going to do a little bit of crank it up. So hang tight, folks. It's crank it up time. All right, folks, I do apologize about that. For some reason, when I came back in from getting a cup of coffee, my whole internet crashed. So, not sure why that happened, but we are back. You can stand by wherever you want to stand by, Jeremy. But we are back, and we are under a caution. So I am probably guessing that this all happened on pit road. There was a big incident there on pit road. Yeah, go stand on your porch, buddy. About 10 minutes, you'll be nice and cooled off. Ginger, yes, you may sit. Jeremy's got to stand out on the porch, though, but you can sit down. Inside where it's warm. Well, let me see if it will take me to the incident, guys. Not sure if it will because I came in late, but as we see Dave Hunt, that was one incident, but that's not what's going to... Ooh, Andrew Shroeder getting sideways coming out of pit road. The big pile up here coming onto pit road is probably what caused the caution, but I'm not 100% sure. We are almost halfway through the race right now, folks. And I've got to make sure that I have the right track loaded up. Again, just some behind the scenes look here, folks, of what we do. Nicholas Wing is still down on pit road, been there for 40 seconds. Adam Kilday is in our top spot at the moment. Looks like we got some lap traffic maybe in front of him. Now these cars should get the wave around the pace car. Yeah, I am not leaving the house for the rest of the weekend with this stuff. I know it's supposed to be down into the single digits come Sunday, and well, let's just say this fat boy does not like the cold weather. Well, it's 35 here and it's snowing, so I'm trying to get a look to see. There, now those other cars got the wave around. They had to wait till they got back to the start-finish line. Adam Kilday in that top spot. Lynn McNeese right now in second. Richard Kuhn third. Anthony English fourth. Rick Sanchez in fifth. Alex Greene sixth. Gary Bergeron seventh. Stephen Miles in eighth spot right now. Newcomer Craig Martin in ninth. Dave Hunt in 10th. James Maier is 9th. Dustin Logston, James Maier's in 11th. I'm sorry. Dustin Logston in 12th. Thomas Lockwood 13th. Ty Dahlman in 14th. Vicente Gurrero is getting some spots back, it looks like. I think my internet is tripping right now. Is why we're blinking, folks. That's why it went out on me. So I think the winter weather is going to take her toll on my internet right now. We'll get back up here on the front. Lights on the pace car are out. Lap 47 of 100. Of course, if I throw up what our cautions, it's only going to show the one, but I think we've had 2 cautions right now. As of right now, a pace car will dive off down to the safety of pit road. Chevy lane, green flag will come back out. Here we go, folks. We are back racing, back live again. Appreciate everybody standing by and hanging with me for the technical difficulties. I do apologize. Although my volume got turned way down for some reason. At least in my ears it did. How's everything sound out there on YouTube? If anybody can let me know. Trucks are quiet. All right. Well, let me do this. And there goes my internet again. I do apologize, guys. That should have made the trucks a little bit louder if it didn't. I hate that the internet's blinking because we always try to strive to bring good content. All right. Should have been able to hear them then. That should be a little bit better for you guys. The truck should be making sure all my volume and stuff are good. All right, sounds good now. I think when my internet glitched out, it messed with my sound settings. Had to get me a drink of coffee, folks. Keep my singing voice, as Buster Scruggs likes to say, keeps my singing voice in fiddle. Adam Kilday still out front. We'll get my driver bar back on. Adam Kilday's led 4 laps. Again, one constant tonight has been that 47 machine. Richard Kuhn been up there up front most of the night. We are halfway through, folks. Ooh, Richard getting a little bit squirrely there. Coming back here towards the back. Dustin Loxton and James Maier, John Gurrero back here, Sean Stevens, all back here battling it out. And there we go again. Guys, I do apologize about the blinking. Not much I can really do at this point. So, Lynn McNeese jumping out to the front there with Adam Kilday right behind him. Anthony English to his outside. Got to keep it straight. It's hard to do on bumpy Daytona. Hopefully we can keep it going through to finish the race. Like I said, I think Joshua out there in chat. Glad to have you out there, buddy. Glad that you're home. It was great seeing you and Mama Medlock and Jeremy and Tanya and Randy, all you guys. It was great seeing y'all today. That's me out there. We're coming around another lap vehicle, Andrew Zonto, making it 3 wide, trying to stay out of these guys' ways. They're coming into turns 1 and 2. Oh, Andrew, we're going to get a look at Andrew. He was up into the wall. That was Andrew Zonto, but was able to keep it straight, keep it going. No caution out on that. Well, I told the warden that we were definitely going to come see you this weekend. I know we wanted to do it last weekend, but with her having the flu and me being around her, I did not want to bring that to you. So, isn't that awesome? Peter did a great job on that truck, but we're going to go ahead just for Joshua that he's here. Oh, big wreck as we were looking at Peter. Happened right in front of him. Wow, several cars involved. They're coming to a stop. We see the 3 up there. Anthony English got turned. Well, let's go ahead and come back here and see what happened. It took us to Doug Johnson. We'll take a look here. Does blink out on us. Looks like a checkup up front. We'll get up here and see. Vicente, Gary Bergeron, the 3 of Alex Greene. Up into Vicente, blinked out, and it just collected everybody. Again, I don't know. I'm sure I may not be the only one having issues then. It may not just be my side. It may be iRacing itself. I think iRacing may be having problems, folks, but well, let's see if we have looking for any of our newcomers in Discord. But I don't see any of our newcomers. Well, there's Joseph. Let's see where Joseph is at right now. He may be on pit road, which he is. We'll see if he gets rolling here. We're going to go ahead and bring him up to the broadcast booth. Joseph, Steve up in the booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, man. Welcome to the league. I believe this is your first race with these guys. A little bit of an incident there. Looked like maybe some net code blinking out. But what'd you see from your point of view, buddy?
When was that?
This last caution that came out.
I just saw him wrecking in front of me, and I kind of just slowed down and went to the grass. I didn't want to wreck anybody.
Okay, well, I mean, good idea, smart move. But how you liking it so far?
Good. I've been in the league. I just have zero time to get on this computer.
Okay, well, we're definitely glad to have you out here, buddy. We're not going to keep you any longer. Just trying to get some of our new timers or newcomers a little bit of air time, and we're just glad to have you here, bud.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, man. Have a good rest of your race.
Thank you.
Well, he didn't sound real excited to talk to us, but, glad to have him here, definitely. And I was looking for our other newcomer. Let's see, where is he at? Craig Martin, but I am not seeing Craig in Discord. So let's take a look to see. The lights on the pace car are still on. They just went out, so we're going to hold off interviewing anybody else. Well, Everett, we appreciate you being here, bud, and glad to have you. Just want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Again, I know having a little bit of issues. Like I said, I don't know if it's iRacing or what, but I know the last Windows update that came out was causing some problems with iRacing and some, with crashes and stuff like that, but we'll see what happens here, folks. Pace car will dive off down into the safety of pit road, coming back around to the tri-oval here shortly. So got some news here, folks. We are going to be, I'm working with the league owners that MaxspeedTV broadcasts. We are going to hold a benefit race for Joshua. All the proceeds, 100% of the proceeds will go to Joshua for any unforeseen expenses that they may incur due to the health issue that Joshua had. I've already spoke with several of the league owners, and we are finalizing everything, waiting to hear back from some sponsors. As we come to the Chevyland, green flag is back out. These guys are on the loud pedal. Rick, looks like Sanchez giving Lynn McNeese a good push off the restart. But as far as the race, we are looking at doing at least one race. And what we're going to do is set up a PayPal account. Just for the simple fact that GoFundMe does charge a percentage for doing the PayPal or doing the GoFundMe account. This way, the 100% of the proceeds will go to Joshua, and we are going to pin a link to the PayPal account when we do broadcast the race. So if any of our viewers want to donate to Joshua, they will be able to follow that link and donate. Now, like I said, we are looking at some sponsors, and I know Bubba Winningham has been helping me along with David Overstreet. And again, like I said, the rest of the league owners or admins that we've been talking to are going to get this going. Right now, we're looking at maybe doing a 100 lap, maybe 120 lap race at Michigan. That is the current consensus. And as far as the track, and we are probably looking at doing that in the Xfinity So once we get more details, I will definitely have that out. We'll make an announcement. We'll do a live stream and make an announcement on that. So with that being said, tune in, folks, because it's going to be a good deal, and to help our friend, and I call him my adopted brother now, Joshua. Again, Joshua, we're all still pulling for you, man. Want you to get better, and we need you back up here in the broadcast booth as quick as you can. Whoa, as we see Dustin Longston bringing that truck out to that outside, going 3 wide. Derek Donna, John Gurrero in that middle. Look back here. Oh, easy, fellas. We get right here already doing some door, but you can see how rough that is. I got to turn that down too, guys. Give me a second. Yeah, don't rush it, Joshua. I mean, we're going to keep this going as long as we can. We see John Gurrero and Dustin Logston there just door to door. Ooh, big checkup between Jeff Crosby and that 59 of John Gurrero as Dustin is trying to make it up to the front, but he is 3 wide with these guys right now. Get a little bit different camera angle. You can see how bumpy that track is, him coming around turns 3 and 4 there as Jeff Crosby does jump out. Going to help Dustin go keep it 3 wide. Kind of keeping an eye on these guys right here. John Gurrero, Dana Shepard on the inside. Alex Greene coming up. Big wreck. We're going to have a wreck. Oh, the 33 up and over. As we caught that live here on MaxspeedTV. But we are going to go ahead and do a rewind here and see what we see. The 5 does jump up in front of Jeff Crosby. Let's go to a chase view here. As Jeff looked like he was just trying to stay behind and try to get square with him. It looked like maybe a little bit of net code there. Let's go to a chase view. And we're going to go up here to Jeff's truck. No, they touched. The wheel to wheel right there. And that just turned him around. The air got up underneath him. He goes up on the lid for a minute and then rolls back over. Dana Shepard goes right underneath him as Jeff goes for a ride. Wow. Well, folks, we're going to do something that Joshua usually does. Oh. So if you get motion sickness, you might not want to watch. We're going to go into a cockpit view. Let me make sure my volume is turned down. As he goes around, up and over. Yep, that was a ride, folks. Well, guys, again, special shout outs tonight. We got a few of them. Buttkicker for sponsoring the league this season. Jeff Crosby is still on pit road. That's going to put Lynn McNeese in that P1 spot. Actually, Anthony English will be in the P1 spot as we start blinking again. Hopefully that just didn't kill my whole internet. Well, there we go. It's got to be iRacing, folks. That's the only thing I can think of, because I just did another speed test and I'm at 900 on download and upload. So, but anyway, lost my train of thought there for a minute. But Anthony English will be our leader coming back to the green flag. Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen a red flag in iRacing. iRacing is having issues. Okay. Yeah, it could be, Derek. You know, I kind of forgot about all the 500s going on, so may just be a little bit overloaded. So, see, I don't remember it having this bad of a problem last year, but I could be mistaken. Well, hopefully tomorrow's race isn't anything like the ARCA race that they had. As we are coming down to the wire here, folks, 67 of 100 laps, almost 3/4 of the way through. Now they do have one fast repair, unlimited GWCs up to 15, I think is what the admins have set it at. And then the one qualifying lap, so we're going to go ahead and look to see if the track temperature's changed at all. It has dropped down to 115 from 125 to start the race. The pace car will dive off down to the safety of pit road, waiting on that Chevyland green flag. They're coming to the restart line. Here we go. Chevyland green flag is back out. Special shout out to Bubba Winningham and Chevyland and Chevyland.com. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, go to Chevyland.com. Take a look at their inventory out of Shreveport, Louisiana. If you can't make it down there and you find something that you like and you get it purchased, they will deliver it to you. So be sure you go check them out. Chevyland.com. Guys, we're still got quite a bit of racing left. They cannot make it to the checkered flag, so there's going to be at least one pit stop. They're going to have to at least do one, maybe two. They're only getting about 12 to 15 laps on a tank of fuel, so they will deliver in the lower 48. You are right. I don't think delivering to Alaska or Hawaii is feasible, but hey, you never know. Looking back here, I'm going to go back here. I see some changing positions. Vicente Gurrero, Sean Siebrands back here battling it out. Now we do have 1, 2, 3 cars. A lap down. That's going to be Daniel Harrington, Andrew Zonto, and Douglas Johnson. Unfortunately, looks like maybe Bubba Whittingham has taken his truck behind the wall. So his night is done. And that's unfortunate. As we're coming around here. Coming up in through the tri-oval back to the start-finish line. Anthony English is out front, led 15 laps. Lynn McNeese to his outside, battling for that lead right now. Richard Kuhn is still up front with this front group. He's been up there most of the night. Bubba Whittingham out there in chat. Hate it for Bubba that his night ended so soon. And we do have another caution out, folks. Not sure what happened, but we're going to take a look here to see. Oh, Doug Johnson involved. Let's get a chase view here and see if we can figure out what happened. Looks like the 914 of Joseph Fogg gets into him, hits him off center, sends him up into Sean Siebrands. Peter Deborja dropping down, mowing the grass. Does get Joseph involved. I don't see... Stephen Miles dropped down. Of course, Sean Siebrands up into the wall. Looking to see if anybody else was involved. Looks like everybody else made it through clean because they were at the back of the pack. So... well, this is going to change things a little bit. These guys will come down for some more fuel. This looks like Stephen Miles is out there. That may have been Alex Greene. Where is Mr. Alex at? Nope, Alex Greene's down on pit road. Trying to see who that might have been that stayed out. We had one truck stayed out. Yeah, I didn't want to hold the pickle, hold the lettuce. Bubba, I was going to see if he was still in Discord, but looks like he's already left, but like I said, we are still hashing out the details on the benefit race, but when we get that all hashed out, we'll probably do a quick live stream, let everybody know what's going on and where it's going to be, when it's going to be. again, we've been talking it over with the league owners and the league admins and stuff, and once we get everything hashed out, we'll put it out there. And again, the idea was brought up, and we're kind of running with it. So we're going to see what happens. Probably going to wait till the seasons. I know most of the seasons are coming to an end with just a few weeks left, and you know, most of the leagues will take a little bit of off time, and that's probably when we'll do it. But it's definitely for a good cause, to help our dear friend Joshua out, and all the drivers, I think, are going to be on board. So, of course, it will be broadcasted on MaxspeedTV. I will do the broadcast and bring the action to everybody. Now, speaking of action, as we get ready to go back green here, folks, don't forget, tomorrow night, CFM Checker Flag Motorsports Speedway Monkeys are back racing. Round 2 of the, it's round 2 of the playoffs. Gonna be at Atlanta tomorrow night, 7:45 p.m. Central Standard Time. We will go live. Hopefully, won't be as much iRacing issues like we're having tonight, but we'll see. Joshua, you go get you some rest, bud, and you know, we'll visit with you soon. As pace car comes up, we'll dive off down into the safety of pit road again. Here we go, folks, coming to the restart line. Chevy Land green flag comes back out. Here we go, back racing. With everybody pitting now, it's going to put them close. I see some of these guys doing a little bit of fuel saving, but it's just going to depend. Like I said, they're getting about 12 to 15 laps as that got pretty loud. Again, I'm trying to control the volumes as I can. Rick Sanchez there on the inside, Anthony English, Adam Kilday on the outside. Rick Sanchez got Richard Kuhn right behind him. Of course, John Guerrero, Lynn McNeese, all these guys up there. The number 30, that is Robert Thorns getting in the mix. Dave Hunt out on the outside of John right now, trying to get in that draft and maybe give Lynn a little bit of push to get up to those top guys. Anthony drops it down in front of Rick. Ooh, Adam getting a little bit loose. Maybe a bad push by Lynn, I'm not sure, but he may have been trying to drop it back down in front of Anthony as Anthony's giving him a good bump push through the corners. Dave Hunt right behind Luke McNeese on that outside. Jeff Crosby Jr. out there with Dave Hunt. Of course, Stephen Miles back there in the mix as well as 47 of Richard Kuhn drops down to the apron, comes back up. Looks like he was able to get it back up there. Stephen Miles drops it down in front of Richard Kuhn. And he kind of slides up to the top ever so slightly. We'll get back to our pre-race. Still 84-degree air temp, 115-degree track temp. Thomas Lockwood, John Guerrero falling back to that 10th place spot. Dustin Logston's moved up into 9th. Adam Kilday, Anthony English right now 1-2. Then McNeese that outside. along with Dave Hunt. Robert Thorne's dropping back to 13th. Coming back here, Derek Donna out there, or Dana Shepard. I'm sorry, Derek. I don't know why I keep wanting to call him Derek and you Dana. Man. Dana Shepard back here in 18th right now. Got Daniel Harrington to his outside of 82 machine. Newcomer Craig Martin right there in front of the 82 machine. I'm sorry, that was the 914 of Joseph Fogg. I know you're not out there. Come on, give me a break. Yeah, and out front, Adam Kilday leading 7 laps. Anthony English, Rick Sanchez. All 3 of them nose to tail. Lynn McNeese making a run on that outside line to help with Dave Hunt. Is Lynn going to be able to pull it off and take it? He's led 7 laps as well. Looks like Adam Kilday will lead his 8th lap. Yeah, too many D names, I agree. A lot of wiggling going on back through the field. Vicente Gurrero, our pole sitter, sitting back here in 20th. Starting to lose my voice a little bit here. And there goes our racing kind of blinking out on me again. Well, Lynn and Adam are trading positions here. Who's going to lead the most laps? Lynn's got 8. Adam's got 8. Anthony's sitting at 20. Kind of going through here. Richard Coe, Peter Deborja, John Guerrera hasn't led any laps. Let's see. Well, I'm sure they have. It's just not showing it because I had to restart everything. Unfortunately, that's what happens. Looks like Adam Kilday jumps to that outside with in front of Lynn as we're wrecking behind him. Peter Deborja involved. Several trucks involved on that as Rick Siebrands drops it down mowing the grass. Well, let's take a look here, folks. See if we can see what caused that. I was back here with the 38 machine of Thomas Lockwood. Looks like it kind of started right here on Andrew Zonto. We'll see. No, it actually happened up here with Dustin Logston. Oh, Lockwood getting a bad push on Dustin right there. Just hits him on that right rear bumper. It sends him down. He gets loose into the wall, and then Lockwood hits him. Peter Deborja gets sideways. Lockwood gets turned around, back up into the wall. Andrew Schroeder nowhere to go. Daniel Harrington really nowhere to go. As Thomas Lockwood goes on his roof, my screen goes black. So several trucks involved there. Peter Deborja does have a meatball. Not seeing any other flags. Right now, it looks like Douglas Johnson is the only truck a lap down that's still in the race. Oh, Thomas Lockwood gets a black flag. Looks like coming on the pit road. So does Nicholas Wing. Nicholas having issues. He totally missed his box. He's got a lot of damage. Did not use his fast repair. And he does have one. He's missing his fender. A lot of damage on the rear end. Yep, we are 17 to go. I just seen that, Jeremy. Nicholas Wing have to serve his back flag along with Thomas Lockwood on the green. That's going to get us back up here. Anthony English, Rick Sanchez, Adam Kilday, Stephen Miles, Lynn McNeese, Dave Hunt, Richard Coon, Jeff Crosby, John Guerrero, and Robert Thorns is your top 10. And Gary Bergeron, Craig Martin, Rick Siebrands, Alex Greene, Mark Mann, Dana Shepard, James Maier, Jeff Fogg, or Joseph Fogg, I don't know why I want to call him Jeff, Joseph Fogg, Peter Deborja, Dustin Loxton, Todd Dahlman, Nicholas Wing, Andrew Zonto, Thomas Lockwood, Sean Stevens, Vicente Gurrero, Daniel Harrington, Andrew Schroeder, Doug Johnson, and of course Bubba Winningham rounding out the rest of the field. More than likely, yeah. But unfortunately, he's got a black flag, so he's got to serve that under green. As lights on the pace car did go out, 16 to go. Again, because I had to restart iRacing a while ago with everything that went haywire, lost my internet. Yeah, it's going to come down to what happens and who can save fuel. Now, I'm just guessing. I didn't get the fuel percentages tonight, but on average, it's been about 12 to 15 laps. So they very well could go the distance. Don't know. Why would that not put it past you to do something to me like that, Jeremy? Hey, I'm just saying. Well, here we go. Pace car diving off down to the safety of pit road, coming to the restart line. The Chevrolet and green flag back out. Back on the loud pedal. Who's it going to be? We got several guys up front right now that has not got a win or does not have a win on this season. Well, I would say I would like to agree with you. Yeah, spliced in a switch. These bits back and forth, on, off, on, off, on, off. Could be. But we got several guys, again, that does not have a win on the season. I'm going to go ahead and pull this back up while we're running here. If I can get my mouse. So right there's your winner so far on the season. Siebrands, English, Deborja, York, Maier, Shroeder, and Gurrero. So you got John Gurrero, Gary Bergeron, Dustin Logston, Richard Kuhn, Robert Thorns, Dave Hunt. Those guys don't have a win on the season. Right now, Richard Kuhn is out in that front spot, getting pushed by Robert Thorns, Len McNeese. Oh, we're wrecking again. Well, that's going to change everything up. These guys have come down for fuel. Well, let's go back and take a look and see. That happened up here with Len McNeese. Where did Len go? So we're going to get on a chase view here. It looks like maybe Richard was coming down. Kind of came down a little bit, and then Len came up, got him on that left rear, and just got him loose and turned him around. Of course, the 30 nowhere to go. Craig Martin comes down, gets into John Gurrero, which in turn gets into Gary Bergeron. Gary hard nose first into the wall. Ooh, Doug Johnson nowhere to go. Trying to miss the 961 there. And gets into Gary Bergeron. Of course, Rick Siebrands, he is trying to mow grass again. Adam Kilday looked like he was able to make it through, along with Jeff Crosby Jr., Alex Greene diving down, cutting grass as well. Rick Sanchez was able to make it through. So, yeah, well, now that, everybody's going to come in, 12 to go, they should have. Jeremy, you keep that up. You're going to get banned from chat, buddy. Just saying. The 43, Dana Shepard, is in 11th right now. But looks like he may be. It could be my camera angle, but not seeing any damage to Dana's truck. But he's in a good position. If he can battle his way up to the front, he very well could get up there and get his win on the season. So right now, Anthony English is holding the top spot. Dave Hunt in second. Stephen Miles third. Peter Deborja in fourth. Rick Siebrands in fifth, Alex Greene sixth, Adam Kilday seventh, James Maier eighth, Jeff Crosby ninth, and Joseph Fogg rounding out your top 10. 11 through 20 is going to be Dana Shepard, Mark Mann, Ty Dahlman, Len McNeese, John Gurrero, Rick Sanchez, Vicente Gurrero, Robert Thorns, Nicholas Wing, and Andrew Zonto. 21 through 29. And Douglas Johnson does have a black flag, but Daniel Harrington, Sean Stephen, Thomas Lockwood, Richard Kuhn, Craig Martin, And it looks like Dustin may have taken his truck behind the wall along with Gary Bergeron and Andrew Shroeder. So we are down to 26 drivers. And Douglas Johnson may be done. He's been on pit road for about 3 minutes. Craig Martin is showing out on the track. You got Doug Johnson still down on pit road. Lights on the pace car are out. We are winding down, 11 to go, folks. Getting close to the end here. I know Stephen Miles is looking for his win on this season. Again, we'll go ahead and put this back up here real quick. Now, Stephen Miles is just outside of that win column, as you can see. But Rick Siebrands, Anthony English, Peter Deborja, Logan York, James Maier, Andrew Shroeder, and Vicente Gurrero all have wins on the season. They are getting them lined up side by side. Be 10 to go, coming back to the start and finish line on the green flag. We coming to the tri-oval here. Pace car will dive off down to the safety pit road once again. Coming to the restart line, green flag, Chevrolet green flag back out. Everybody is on the loud pedal. So far, so good. Got to get through these last 10 laps. Peter Deborja, Dave Hunt on the outside, Anthony English, Stephen Miles, Rick Siebrands on the inside. Yep, patience is running out. They do know it's go time. You're absolutely right. Oh. There we go. Well, when you got 5 computer screens watching 5 different things at once, sometimes you kind of forget about the little things like that. I do apologize. But hey, at least I got them set up. You can still see the action and Anthony English, Dave Hunt, Stephen Miles, Peter Deborja, all right there. Rick Siebrands. All these guys want to win. That is no doubt. Anytime you get in these vehicles, we are 9 to go. But, you know, as a driver myself, you know, I want to win races too. Jeremy, Hushy. Looking back here, we're 3 wide. Rick Sanchez, Andrew Zanto. Rick's got to run on the outside, but he has no help. James Maier is going to go ahead and pop it out there. Mark Mann right there with them. So number 3 in that middle. Peter Deborja does jump out there in front of Sanchez. Still 3 wide up front. Yeah, I see it happening now, guys. We are fixing to have a big one. We're 3 wide, 4 or 5 rows deep. But here we go, Mark Mann around. That's going to bring out a caution with 7 to go. Now, I'm not sure. It could be our first GWC attempt. Well, let's take a look here and see what happens. Mark Mann does get flipped over on his side. Let's find Mark here. And I'm looking for him. I'm not seeing his car. There we go. Let's take a look here on Mark. Right there, contact between Mark and the 03 of Alex Greene. Maybe that was more net code than actual contact. But that just kind of sent Mark around down into Adam. Mark over on his side. Ooh, collects Lynn McNeese, but looks like Lynn made it through. Dana Shepard. Good Lord, I did it again. Somehow made it through. Nicholas Wing makes it through. Alex Greene gets down on the pit road. The 34 of Ty gets through as well. Well, that's going to definitely give them something to think about. These guys will probably go down and get fuel. Adam Kilday does have a black flag. You're going to have to do that, Derek. Well, you know, a good broadcaster would know the names by now. For the most part, I pretty much know who's who. It's just in the action. I could pretty much tell you guys. I mean, it's just you call enough races, you know, you'll get the hang of it. But right now, Anthony English, Rick Sanchez, Stephen Miles, Peter Deborja, James Maier, Rick Siebrands, Dave Hunt, Andrew Zonto, Robert Thorns, and Thomas Lockwood, your top 10. Dana Shepard is still running in 11th. But anything can happen. Ty Dahlman in 13th, Nick Wing 14th, Adam Kilday is in 15th. Looking to see, I think his black flag was for going into the pits, maybe during the wreck, but obviously it's been cleared, it looks like. So we're down to 24 cars right now, guys. John Guerrero, Dustin Loxton, Gary Bergeron, Doug Johnson, Andrew Schroeder, and Bubba Winningham have taken their cars behind the wall and to the truck. We are 5 to go, so this will not be a GWC attempt. We are still under regulation. Oh, Vicente going down to the grass. Not sure what happened there. I may have to do that, Everett. Just get me a printout of all the car numbers and drivers. Derek Donna's got it for prediction. 2 to go. Shepard pulls high, gets the win, and by being pushed by the 14. So we'll see what happened, or what's going to happen as we come around here we will be at 4 to go. Pace car will dive off down to the safety of pit road. Be 4 to go when we hit the line. Anthony English is going to get us started. Green flag is coming back out. Chevy Lane green flag with 4 to go here, folks. Again, we got several guys up here that does not have a win. Stephen Miles is looking for his first win on the season. Knows he's had several podium finishes, so we'll see what happens. With 4 to go, hopefully these guys will kind of race hard, but race clean. We already see drivers coming through that outside. I believe that's Adam Kilday. 85 machine, 14 of Vicente Gurrero. Getting back up on the front, Anthony English, Stephen Miles, James Maier inside line. Rick Sanchez, Pete Deborja, and Rick Siebrands on the outside. 3 to go now, folks. We're getting a little wiggly, little bumpy out there on that road, on that track. So gonna kind of keep our eye on the front here as we coming through. He says, ethanol. Rick Sanchez does drop it down in front of Anthony English. Peter Deborja on the outside. Rick Siebrands right behind him. Andrew Zonto behind Rick. James Maier trying to find a line. Little door in action between him and Vicente Gurrero as the 06 Andrew Zonto goes to the outside. 3 wide. It's going to be 3 wide, 3 rows deep coming into turn 1 and 2 with 2 to go. They can make it around one more time, get to the white flag, and whatever happens after that happens. I'd like to see them go green for the rest of the way, but you never know. It is bumpy Daytona, so we'll see what happens. Andrew Zonto, Vicente Gurrero, Adam Kilday on that outside line. Peter Deborja, Rick Siebrands, James Maier on the inside. Anthony English drops it up in front of Pete. Stephen Miles right behind the 5 of Rick Sanchez. Stephen gets a little bit loose, 1 to go. No matter what happens now, folks, well, it's going to happen. Dana Shepard moved his way up to 7th. We're getting back up here, 3 wide. Rick Sanchez, Pete Deborja, Andrew Zonto, Stephen Miles, Dave Hunt, 43, Dana Shepard. And we're wrecking. There goes Stephen Miles. Oh, no. Rick Sanchez into Dana Osborne. And for some reason, it took me on Rick Siebrands in the number 1 spot, but he's on pit road. Anthony English. Looks like he will take the win. Dave Hunt in 2nd, Peter Deborja 3rd. Well, let's go back here real quick, folks. Get a rewind on this. We'll see what it looks like coming to the line. If I can, we'll take a look here, center field, from the center field view. Well, we're going to go chase view. We'll get the camera turned sideways. As these guys come to line, Dave Hunt throws a block on Andrew Zonto there. Anthony English come across the line. Dave Hunt in 2nd. And Peter Deborja in 3rd. Well, we'll hang tight, folks. We're going to get our top 3 up here for the MaxspeedTV post-race interview. Hang tight. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we are back. We have caught up with our top three. We're going to start with our third place finisher, Pete Deborja. We'll get on his car here real quick. And let me get my camera angle set up. And we'll get Peter in here real quick. Have a word with Pete. Pete, man, been a long night. Pretty decent racing. Unfortunately, I had a little bit of internet issue and had to restart everything. But we were able to finish out, catch the end of the race. That number 40 MaxspeedTV truck was running pretty good tonight.
Yeah, man. We did everything we could there to be in it at the end. There was some scary spots there for a little while, and I don't know. It didn't look like we were going to be up there at the front. We were all worried about fuel, worried about track position, and all of a sudden had a couple restarts there at the end, working with Dave and Rick and Anthony and Steven a few times, and came down the final lap, some aggressive blocking and people trying to go for the win, and I got 2 wins already on the season. I didn't want to ruin anyone else's day, so I was just happy to bring home a podium, so good deal.
Well, awesome job tonight. I mean, like I said, not a whole lot of issues, but, '08 Daytona is not the smoothest track in the world, but, you just never know what's going to happen with the bumps and stuff. But for the most part, it seemed like everybody was doing a pretty good job and maintaining.
Yeah, it's just a track you got to respect. Like, it's just somewhere it's a bit more challenging. Pit road's a little bit more difficult. The exit of 4 is really tough for the bottom. The entry to 1's really tough for the bottom. Entry to 3 is really tough for the top side. Tri-oval's really tough for the top side. And the middle's bouncing all over the place and usually not left with as much room as they would get at Dega or Daytona. So, and pit entry and exit are always miserable here too. So
yeah, there was a few little incidents there we watched. But before I turn the mic over to you, I want you to know that Joshua is out there in chat. And
that's awesome, man.
He is home and he's doing well. I went and seen him today, but he wanted me to let you know that he absolutely loves the MaxspeedTV throwback.
If he's got another paint scheme that he would want me to run instead, I'd be happy to. I kind of made this on the fly from a different Max Speed broadcaster that I'd been in a session with one time and stole it, and rebranded it a little bit to fit more of the Medlock flavor to it. But yeah, I saw Adams out there too, looked really sharp with the spec map looking all shiny. So
yep.
We're thinking about you, man. If you're still in chat, Josh, check out Monday's broadcast. I hope you're happy with how a lot of the cars look there too, man. Because we're thinking about you, and we know you got a long road back, but one step in front of the other. We'll talk to you real soon, bud.
All right. Well, any other final thoughts, shout-outs, things you want to give before we go celebrate your third place, bud?
I mean, you're going to get enough a chance to talk to him later, but shout out to Anthony for running this. I mean, I call it a circus, but it's it's very professional, and there's a lot of people here that really look forward to Saturdays, and that's from a lot of the work that he's put in. Obviously, Rick and Mark and the other admins have had a lot to do with Saturdays in the past, but this is Anthony's show lately, and he's really been at the forefront on a lot of the presentation pieces and a lot of the recruiting and everything, and he's kind of the customer service and the president and everything else. And congrats to him on the win. And the guys I ran with tonight, we were having a blast in there. We didn't all get the finishes we wanted, but Vince and Jeff and Stephen Miles, Thomas Lockwood, Dustin Logston, we were having a good time there. Just the 6 of us. There was a couple other giant teams. We felt like the David against their Goliath. So at least we got one podium spot.
All right. Yeah, you did. All right, buddy. Well, go celebrate. And just to let you know, we are getting in the works a benefit race for Joshua. Once we get those details hashed out, we're going to let all the drivers know.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks so much.
All right, buddy. Take care. All right. So that's going to bring us to our second place winner. We'll get him down here. The one and the only, the notorious second place winner tonight, Dave Hunt. Man, awesome job, Dave.
Oh, thank you. I was just out here for some fun, and wish Josh well.
Bumpy Daytona, you guys, OP runs this track quite a bit. We're all pretty accustomed to it. What's the strategy for you coming into a track like this? When it's rough, you're going to be getting jerked around in the cockpit. What do you have to do as a driver to get ready for a race like this?
Well, I just sort of stay in line and I try to keep it up front as much as I can. And if I see them starting to go 3 wide, I want to be on the inside lane. So that's usually where I end up going, because I know there's a couple times tonight where I had to shoot off to the left there into the grass and stuff, so I wouldn't get hurt as much as I did. But yeah, that's my strategy. Just sort of stay up as close to the front as possible.
Well, and fuel pit stops, all of that. Any truck really is premium. But, I think we were at 43%, had about 12, what I estimated about 12 to 15 laps on a tank of fuel. If that last caution hadn't have come out with, I think there was 4 to go, would y'all had enough fuel to make it to the end of the race or through a GWC?
Yeah, Len and I were talking about that, and he went in and I stayed out because I was looking at my fuel and I figured I could make it. I usually try to save fuel as soon as I take fuel. I'm saving fuel right from the get-go. I know a lot of the strategy of some of the drivers, they'll go into the pit road, coming back around for the second time, but I just stay out because I think I can save more than going back into the pit and coming back out.
Yeah, well, Joshua is joining us in chat tonight. He wanted me to tell you hey, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn the mic over to you. And any final thoughts, shout-out, thanks you want to give?
Yeah, you bet. Yeah, when I seen this was for Josh to get well, I wanted to make sure I could make it if I could. So I'm glad I did and got to get here and wish him well. So, and then all the fans out there watching, my family and friends, and all the drivers that show up to do this race, and you up there in the booth, Steven, and all the admins here at OP that put this stuff on, and my sponsor, Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University.
All right, buddy. Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told Peter. We are planning a benefit race for Joshua. It will be a buy-in race. We just don't know the cost just yet. We're working out the details with the league owners and stuff. But once we get that information, we'll get it, guys, out to you guys. And, of course, all the proceeds will go directly to Joshua and everything, just to make sure he don't have any, unforeseen expenses he needs to take care of.
That's a great idea. I'd like to hear that. So, yeah, hopefully I can make it. Just let me know when it is.
Will do, sir. Well, congratulations, buddy. Go celebrate. And will we see you tomorrow, CFM?
Yeah, I should be there. Yep, I'm going to make it.
All right, buddy. We'll see you tomorrow night.
All right. Have a good one. Thanks.
All right. Well, that's going to bring us to our winner. And, no stranger to the winner circle. Victory Lane here, our winner, Mr. Anthony English. I almost called you Adam Kilday.
I heard that.
I have been horrible with names tonight. Things have not been going well for the broadcast. I had my internet shut off during the crank it up. I come back in here and there was nothing. I had no iRacing, no stream, nothing. But
it's a bummer, man.
Yeah. But we were able to get it back. Came in, watched the rest of the race. Good race, and I want to ask you the same thing I asked Dave. As a driver with OP as well, we run Daytona 08 a lot. It's a staple when it comes to OP racing. As a driver, what do you do? Mentally set up, to prepare yourself for what I consider the worst track on iRacing.
I mean, I actually love 08. It used to be a love-hate relationship, but then I got pretty decent once I figured out some of my steering wheel controls and stuff. And the only thing I do different compared to any other tracks is I actually jack my force feedback way up. Like, I run it a lot higher here because it helps me through the bumps than I do anywhere else. But yeah, I mean, other than that, that's about it. I like it. It's never going to go anywhere on Saturday. It'll be on the schedule for as long as I run Saturdays, and just be ready for it, I guess. I mean, it's definitely like opening a can of, you never know what kind of race you're going to have, but they usually put on some pretty decent ones.
Well, we had a couple of new drivers out here tonight. Craig Martin actually done pretty well, finishing in 10th. Joseph had a little bit of issues, but for the most part, everybody seemed to handle it pretty well. We did get some close-ups. You could really see the trucks kind of jumping around, especially in, I think it's 3 and 4 coming, in the middle of 3 and 4 is probably the worst. But there's really not a smooth line. Even the midline was kind of jumping around.
Yeah, that's probably the only problem is, I mean, especially once you get like 10 or so laps on those rights, it starts wanting to slide into that second or third lane a little bit more. And that's kind of what you got to be like, just got to like self-adjust and figure out a little different way to get in and out to not, to not wash up so much and stuff. But yeah, like I said, other than that, I mean, it's almost like the rest of them, anything could happen and never know.
Well, I know I talked to the other guys on the podium. We've been discussing it and about the benefit race for Joshua. We're still hashing out the details. You're part of that with us. We're going to get something together for him. But Joshua is out there in chat watching the stream tonight.
Hi, Josh.
So I wanted to give you a minute to say what you needed to say or wanted to say to Joshua, and then we'll give you any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give.
So we go through the whole spiel then?
Yeah, why not?
All right, well, first and foremost, big shout-out to Joshua Medlock, our normal broadcaster. He had heart issues and ended up having surgery and everything, so he's been out for the last couple weeks. And, big shout-out to him. We hope he gets better as fast as you can. I know it's a tough process and a tough thing to overcome when you go through a surgery like that. My dad had something pretty similar here middle of last year, and I know how rough and how terrible it can be. So all OP's thoughts and prayers and everything are out to him and his family during this tough time. And we can't wait to see him back with having you back, both of you back up in the boot together and stuff like that. And and I look forward to this benefit race we're going to be putting on for him. I'm going to see what I can do about maybe getting a few extra sponsors and stuff along with everybody else we've already been talking to, to try to do something special for him and all this, try to have a really nice race and everything for him. And shout out to you, Steven, for doing what you're doing to help Josh out. It's phenomenal, the community that we have that steps up for the people that do have issues when they do, and and a lot of people aren't even asking for anything to do a lot of this stuff. We're just stepping up and doing the best we can to help out not only a fellow friend, but a fellow OP community member who's been here a long time. He's been doing Saturday broadcasts forever and everything. So it's one of those things. It'll always be his for as long as he wants it, and with you helping and stuff like that, it's kept the broadcast going, and I know you're helping out on a couple other nights and stuff like that, and that's really awesome. So big shout out to you too, Steven, there. Max Speed, the whole bunch of you all together. I mean, do an awesome job, and we love you guys, and would never want anybody else anyways. But on to the next ones. Big shout out to the rest of the OP community, all the drivers, racers, admins that come out and do what they do. It's always a blast on Saturday night, and you never know. Like I said earlier, it's like the old Forrest Gump line. OP Saturday nights is like a box of chocolates. You just never know what you're gonna get. But big shout out to everybody that does do what they do, who help admin and come out and race every Saturday. I mean, you guys make it fun. You guys make it a blast and all that. All the team members and everybody I was working with tonight, worked with the Bolo tonight. I'm not gonna go through that whole list. But we had a whole swang of people up in there and stuff, and then good finish on Peter and Dave Hunt's run there. I was doing all I could to keep those guys behind me.
Yep.
I haven't got tires since like lap 56 or 58, so like every time they touched me, it was like half put me sideways. So I'm surprised I didn't kill everybody there, but good shout out to Peter for the pushing and not killing me in that instance. And Dave for his second place finish and shit. And then big shout out to my girlfriend Rachel, love her to death. It was Valentine's Day yesterday. She's been sick with the flu the last few days and stuff, so we haven't really got to celebrate anything. So this race win goes out to her, and it goes out to Josh. It goes out to both of them. But definitely goes out to her. You know, big shout out to her. She's a big part of my life community and what helps me get by every day. And, you know, without her, I don't know what I do half the time. So, you know, a big shout out to her. And then all the fans and everybody watching, fans, friends, and all that. And, Buttkicker too. They come on and they do what they do. They're an awesome sponsor. We love doing what we do and what we have for partnership with them and everything. And, you know, we really wouldn't want to have it any other way and stuff. But yeah, I think that's it. I think I'll stop now. I think I've talked enough.
Well, Joshua says, so I guess I'm a he, him now, according to Anthony. So, you know.
No, it's just, you know, I'm just excited. So I misspeak when I'm excited. You can ask Rachel about it. Sometimes I talk and she don't even understand a damn word that's coming out of my mouth.
Well, awesome job tonight, Anthony. You know, we got CFM tomorrow. Probably see you there, bud. And then, you know, the race on Monday. So, but go celebrate. Enjoy your win tonight. Awesome job, buddy. And we will talk to you soon.
Thank you very much, Steven. And get better soon, Josh. We miss you. We love you. And we hope that everything from here on out, you know, is a downhill battle instead of an uphill.
That's it. All right, buddy. Well, congratulations. We will talk to you later, bud.
Thank you.
All right, we got him back down in his room again tonight. Race winner Anthony English. Congratulations to him, Dave Hunt for the P2, and to Peter Deborja in the MaxspeedTV machine in P3. Well, we're going to go ahead and jump into our results. If I can get my button to go away here. Anthony English did take that first place spot. Dave Hunt second. Peter Deborja third. Andrew Zonto fourth. Mark Mann coming back from the back into fifth. Jeff Crosby Jr. in sixth. Ty Dahlman. Good run by Ty tonight in seventh. Alex Greene in eighth. Dana Shepard finishing ninth. And Craig Martin, newcomer, in 10th. Adam Kilday finished in 11th. Thomas Lockwood, 12th. Rick Sanchez, 13th. Sean Stevens, 14th. Nicholas Weed, 15th. Stephen Miles, 16th. Vicente Gurrero, 17th. Robert Thorns in 18th. Lynn McNeese, 19th. James Maier in 20th. Richard Kuhn in 21st. Rick Siebrands finishing 22nd. Joseph Fogg in 23rd, other newcomer tonight. Daniel Harrington finishing 24th. John Guerrera in 25th. Dustin Loxton 26th. Gary Bergeron 27th. Douglas Johnson in 28th. Andrew Schroeder 29th. And Bubba Winningham in 30th. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight here on MaxspeedTV. A big shout out again to Buttkicker for sponsoring the league, and tonight's race sponsored by Alex Greene. Again, once we hash out all the details for the benefit race, we will definitely put that out there. Again, big shout out, Joshua. We're all thinking about you, buddy. So good seeing you today. And, well, we just hope that us coming up there to visit you made your day a little bit better. So until tomorrow night, CFM Speedway Monkeys here on MaxspeedTV. That's Stephen Lane up here signing off, wishing everybody a good night. Stay safe, and we will see you tomorrow night.